In Zandvlei, you can set your watch every morning by the time when our transport inspector, Hannes Smith, collects his bicycle. But normally, time is just one of those passing things in Zandvlei. It has been for the 43 years that I have been living here. We're a very ordinary people. The salt spray from the sea runs in our veins. We've seen the big cities. They didn't like us, and we didn't like them. We're the ones who have stuck to our platteland, where with our mother's milk we have taken traditions, decency, respect, and loyalty. The town motto sums it up. Zandvlei is Zandvlei. We don't change much as the seasons come and go, but never does a telephone ring before 8 in Zandvlei. Today, it does. Our young people leave the platteland. Susan Fraser is one of the few who didn't. There's no Romeo and Juliet in Zandvlei, just Christian Prince and Susan.
Môre, maar se kindertjies. Dors vanoggend. Môre.
Môre.
Brompot.
According to subsection A of section 22, paragraph 3 of the general standing instructions, work starts at 8, so the time and tide of human affairs has no choice but to wait for sunny Venter. It is now 8 o'clock.
Sunflakes, James, hello? Who? Big Bull Buchanan. Is that you, little bull? Yes, it's Sunny Venter. You like to speak to Big Bull? Just hang on, I'm ringing.
Master, ik klein band op die telefoon.
Since the good Lord and the government gave us the party line, things haven't been the same. Before then, we more or less knew everybody else's business. Now, we know it faster.
Hi, my boy. Great to hear from you. Why are you calling? Has anything happened?
That's wonderful, John.
It's marvelous, ruddy marvelous.
We have never seen a commotion like this. Not since Omar Smith won the Rhodesian lottery, thinking it was a church bazaar ticket for a sheep, and kept the winnings. Like chickens when the millions are thrown. Each scrap of news is picked up.
Boy, chick, you're supposed to be running a business. Remember, wear socks. You're a big boy now.
2 minutes. That's all it takes to get the news all round town.
But he is a Zandvlei boy.
Why is everybody up so early?
Something wrong. You will be the only two in Zandvlei and the whole world will have
With what?
about big Bull Buchanan, some little Bull Buchanan.
Did he win the bonus fund?
This is wonderful news for Zandvlei. One of our sons has been chosen to tour the world. We have our own Springbok, our very own Nornay. Oh, nee.
This is wonderful.
But what? I don't understand.
A rugby springbok here in Sunflay.
Little Bull's coming home for 3 days before the tour begins. The mayor's calling a meeting now. Right now in the city hall.
We are here to decide how we will honor the new hero of Zandvliet. Me and my committee and I have come to a decision. Little Bull will have the keys to the city to do as he pleases.
That means that little bull can go to Bioscoop for free.
We will have 3 days of festivities to honor him for the hero that he is. We will ask Christian Prince for his car to drive Little Bull into Zandvliet as the
Broadway
rugby star.
But he must have a beauty queen with him.
My daughter Drika came second in the beauty competition, and I think she should have won it.
After the welcoming speech, there will be a party at the Zandvliet Hotel. The second day shall be a bridesmaid.
It's an undisputed fact, Mr. Mayor, that our hero spent many years as a member of our country club. And without wanting to belittle your bride, I think a fete come fair would be more appropriate in this case.
We shall have a bridesmaid fair. And the best of all is reserved for the third day. We will have a rugby match.
Okay, Your Honor. We go into a crash get train course. We'll show the world where rugby Springboks come from, eh?
Town must be going mad.
It will do wonders for those blue eyes of yours.
It is time, as the poet would have said, where the winter of our discontent is to be made glorious by the noble son of Buchanan, where the plumber and mechanic run shoulder to shoulder without fighting about who overcharges who the most.
Oh, Petra, that looks lovely. That's absolutely...
But I do like a hat with a little more body.
It's lovely. Oh, ja, dit lijkt fire, mooi. Oh, yes. Doesn't that look nice? I've got just the thing to finish it off for you.
That's nice.
Try it on.
Here, come, Rika. Put this on, eh? Pull it nice and tight.
Ma, I don't have to worry. I know why she won last time. Politics. When it comes to beauty contests, worse than sport like politics.
Yes. Well, those English people are going to boycott the festival, eh? Yes. They have to have an English beauty queen, of course, yes.
Like if you're past the bank manager, it won't be so much so easy for certain people to get a loan if they vote for the slachter's daughter.
Say that again, my girl.
Ach man, let her ride with Little Bull. He's more somewhere a man of the world, and he'll be able to recognize the lady of the world.
This is my big break. Zandvliet is going to be as famous as Durban, Joburg, Cape Town, you name it. Me, my pictures, is going to be in all the newspapers. My name is going to be known all over.
All this because of Little Bull Buchanan and a rugby ball, eh?
Little Bull and his rugby ball. He's going to change the face of Zandvliet, man.
Why is that?
You really don't understand, do you? This is South Africa. Apart from the Boer War and the beer and the sunshine and a few other things, what makes us so special? Huh? I'll tell you. We play the best rugby in the world. And anybody who can make it in rugby is a true son of the land and a national hero.
Willie, we can't do this to little Bull. We've got to let him stay a modest hero in his own eyes. Let him remain an imperfect human being. We can't let him become a symbol of a small town's needs. We all know that the world needs its heroes. The world has to have them. It's heroes who make it all worthwhile for the little people. They represent their aspirations. This is Sunflay, man. Before we may know it, there will be little silver spoons with a Sunflay crest on it for tourists. Then popcorn. Then beer of the Sunflay veld. Then where will we be? What will have become of this corner of traditional South African beauty? Yes, it's lovely. It's for church.
It's for little Bull's arrival. All the girls are buying new dresses. You can't imagine the jealousy and the competition. You know they'd just love it if I gave them a chance to skinner at my appearance.
It's a waste of intelligence. I can't believe you let yourself become one of the sheep.
It's not that, Christian. I can't let everyone down.
This is the worst thing that could have happened for Sunflay. The sudden self-importance is sickening, and it's dangerous for the community. I refuse to participate.
But you can't. Everyone expects you. It's bad form and un-South African, you of all people.
And what is that supposed to mean?
You're one of them.
One of them? One of who?
You're supposed to be an Afrikaner.
I am. What's that got to do with it?
You're supposed to... Mummy was right. She was right. We're wrong. It's wrong.
What are you talking about?
East is east, and never shall the twain meet.
Quotation is wrong, but I know what you mean. So you also believe that too, then, do you? You also believe that English and Afrikaner shouldn't marry. Is that it?
Behind every vision of peace, there is a chariot of fire. Christian's chariot and his passion, the only open car in town, Gladys, faithful to him only, except when she's overheated.
We need your car for the procession. What do you say, huh? Yeah.
No.
Okay, Carlos, go.
Good old Gladys. She's a good old girl. She's just temperamental. She needs some coaxing.
How much does this crook charge you, Prince, huh? And still it won't go. I should know. I've got a good memory.
Get in the car, Christian.
No town exists without its little fights. No one allows anyone to forget. Then can man live a full life without his passions.
Some people, according to those who know in town, even make a business out of passions, like the owner of that motel, Bill Manley.
Mr. Sin himself.
That's it, boy chick. Ferdy, keeping well, I hope?
Fine, fine. We should all be proud of Little Bull. It's going to be good for business, I tell you, boy chick.
Funny business.
What funny business?
We all know about your funny business.
There's no funny business at my motel. I run a respectable motel.
We know. And so does the downraad.
I tell you, I run a respectable establishment. There are business conventions there.
Funny business.
When opportunity knocks, there are always a lot of people ready to answer the door. Heroes, like honey, draw not only bees, but flies. When the prize is big enough, even the thirstiest of vultures will circle overhead.
Look, this is the latest thing in cars.
Yeah. This place, Sunplay? The name's Hatwell. Sam, newspaper reporter. What's the story?
Beg pardon?
What's the dirt with Little Bull?
I beg your pardon, sir?
Willie Smith, take photographs. May I sit down, please? Thank you. It must be very exciting work.
Where's your friend? I want to talk to you.
This is my big break, sir. Maybe you'll be able to advise me. I mean, if Sir would. I know it's a big world outside of Sunflay, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm ambitious. It's the exhibition match in honor of Little Bull. We're all very proud of him, sir. Maybe Sir will be able to use some of my photographs in the paper, sir.
Maybe, Willie. Maybe. So, tell me, what's the dirt with Little Bull Buchanan?
I've got to fix up the matter of this car now.
But I thought we've already discussed this, and I have told you that I'm not prepared to allow my car to be used in this ludicrous nonsense.
You are a South African. But you talk like a communist.
All I can remember about Little Bull is that he was always just practicing playing, sir. But it goes to show, doesn't it? I mean, if you're dedicated, you can achieve what you want. He's an inspiration, sir. I've learned from him. I, too, am dedicated. I've lots of determination. I know I can be a success. You see, I've read lots of books on photography.
I have other things to do with my time. Normal, sane things that normal, sane people do in the course of normal, sane living.
You're being very petty, Christian. You're typical of a small-town mind. Just typical.
Small town, me?
Yes, you're being horrible.
Christian Prince, this is only the beginning. I warn you.
And I got a correspondence course diploma certificate. It's from the Acme School of Photography. And it's printed in letters of gold. I'll show it to you if you like.
Sex kittens are not born in Zandvlei. They are carefully created from old copies of fashion magazines.
That's Drika Grobler.
Yeah, he always was one for the girls. But you know, only the ones that interested him. The sophisticated ones, you know.
Bet you qualified for that, eh?
Well, you know.
I'll bet Little Bull's looking forward to seeing you again.
Haven't seen him for a long time. Him being in investigative cops, Cape Town and all that, you know.
Yeah. I bet he'll be surprised to see how you've grown up, eh?
I don't know. Maybe.
Especially when I tell him about the photo stories. Bet he'll be impressed by that, eh?
Do you really mean this mean photo story?
Sure. I can see you making it big in photo stories.
Really, hey?
Yeah, really.
Oh, man. Me? Truly?
Especially with a Willie here. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, it's a good way of starting a photographer career.
The best, man. The best. Now, with Little Bull putting Sunflay on the map, there's nothing to stop you. Sunflay will be famous. And so will you, Drika. It seems that Little Bull Buchanan is as pure and as wholesome as Omar's the Cook sisters. A typical clean-living South African sportsman. True?
Well, you know.
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
And I also know that if there's no news to be found, the news has to be made. If there isn't a story available, we make one available.
Christian Prince, we need your car to complete everything. But I have already told you that what I feel...
Can't you see he isn't interested in us? Any of us, all this town.
Simply is not the case. Pray tell us then, Christian Prince, what is the case? Rugby is just a game. It is not an event of national significance. Everyone here believes that it is everything, that it is of major importance. This is a crazy attitude. According to my principles, you are living in South Africa. Don't you know what that means? You are a South African. Have you no pride in this land? Principles. All right. My car is at the disposal of something.
Chris, you know how Gladys is. She's temperamental. She's very sensitive. She needs to be treated with specialist knowledge. You know how to handle her.
You mean... I'm a chauffeur, Susan, and Little Bull.
There's nobody else here who can handle her.
You know her. You know Gladys. You drive her.
Impossible. Bertie is part of the town road. Everything is planned and organized. Christian Prince, this is honor for Sunflay. And for you, and your children, and grandchildren. But most of all, ons land.
When a son returns to the place that gave him birth, there may be unity in his strength, strength in his adversities, pride in his achievements. Here is a moment when times, tides, and winds run in the same direction, where enemies join hands and quarrels are forgotten.
One, two, three. Oh, that's my boy. Let's go now. The cow is waiting. En klammer in de bek. You wait for a sign, huh? another thought has just come apparitionally into my mind. And that is that little bull here.
The call of town and people, of pride and prejudice, cannot be halted in its flow, except for the call of nature. But where man has planned, the fates frequently, unkindly, lend a hand.
And be standing together, and he will come and always happens and scandal. They wordt me op de gedraad, Willem.
Come here, Aunt, anyway. But when they got that ball out of the scrum, if it hadn't been for the ball, they would never have... Yeah, but wait a minute. Coming around, Coming around, nothing. You're talking rubbish. I'm going to go through you after you. You're going to come back here. Don't argue about it. Don't argue about it. Don't argue with me, no rubbish. Yappy!
I've got a plan. Just wait. Little Bull's gonna be all yours, baby. Once you make it big with the photo story, I've got it all worked out.
Recapping on the score for a moment, Raad 1, Christian 0. Susan 1, Christian 0. Susan 1, Drika 0. Under the present circumstances, Drika having had no chance of scoring a try, who must blame her for trying to score?
Hi. How's it?
Hi.
Little, Bull is charming in the pants of your girlfriend, I'd say. You know what I mean?
To each his own. That's what she wants. East is east.
Hell, man, you're right, eh? That's good. Hey, you're pretty clever, man. Did you know that? You're an interesting Never realized that before. Never really spoken together before. You know, I mean, you know what I mean. I'd like to go home now. Would you like to take me home, Christian? Hey, Chris, just pull up here for a sec, will you? I just want to show you something.
Why? What do you want to show me?
Just stop and I'll tell you.
So, what do you want to show me?
I just wanted to see something. I always thought you were all right looking, but I had to make sure in the moonlight. You know what I mean? Chris, they tell me you read poetries. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Wow. I don't know much about poetries, but I think I like it.
Really? You think you like it?
Yeah, I think I like it. Do you know any out of your head?
Well, I've got one here. If you'd like me to read it to you,
Wow, yeah.
All right. Let's put on my glasses. It's by Keats.
Keats? Keats?
Thou still
Sorry.
unravished bride of quietness. Thou foster child of beauty, visions.
I'm cold, Christian.
Of beauty and a foster child of beauty and sleep.
Okay, we can go now. Before the sun is up tomorrow, I'm sure it'll be all over some places a veldfire. Let's go.
Listen, Susan.
Little Bull's feeling a little better already. I gave him some castor oil. Let's just hope he'll be okay for the match tomorrow.
I'm sure Little Bull will manage.
Come and have some tea, Susan.
Come on, Susan. I'll take you home now.
Catch me risking my life with a mad sex maniac of Sunflay. Not a fat chance.
Now listen, Susan, please. Maybe just listen.
I'm so pleased Susie and little Laura hitting it off together. It's so nice. Well, I mean, Sunflay. Who is there here for a nice, well-brought-up, respectable girl like Susan to associate with?
You know, it's a pity they wouldn't allow a cricket match.
For the first half, Little Bull plays with the one team. And for the second half, Little Bull plays with the other team. Do you understand that? For the first half, you play with the one team. And then for the second half, you play with the other team. That's right. That's it.
Ah, you see, grease monkey, trying to tell us about rugby. All you know about is how to steal money from innocent people, man.
You're nothing but a dumb plumber. Go somewhere else, man.
Please, gentlemen. Rugby is a game. It's nice to play. Play nicely with each other.
When Christianity killed off the gladiators and the lions and tigers went back to the zoo, man paused and looked for peaceful sports. He never found them.
I must just quickly go to Mr. Manley's motel. He's got the crayfish catchers convention going on there, and he wants me to take some photo snaps. I'll see you later.
St. Heavens, there is someone I can talk to. Where is the mayor? Do you know? I must ask him when I must make the presentation to Little Bull.
Yeah, he's inside, I think. But, come and have a drink.
Oh dear. Here I am, booked into this hotel for the presentation, and I can't even remember the number of my room. I must find the mayor and my room.
Yeah, I'll help you. But let me buy you a drink, please.
That's great, Drika. Try to get him after this number. Tell him he's wanted in room number 3.
Is Little Bull really gonna come in here to be a photo too?
Well, Sam said so, and if Sam says so, you can take his word for it.
Yeah.
You know, we might even contract him to be in the photo story too.
Me and Little Bull in a photo story together?
Sure.
Wow.
Now, this is going to be a big seduction scene, you see.
Yes.
Bull Buchanan is the hero.
Yes.
So it has to be real and spontaneous, you see. That way, it'll sell better. Understand?
Yeah. I mean, I'll wait behind the door, and when Little Bull comes in, I'm gonna grab him and kiss him, and you come out of the cupboard, and right, you're gonna photo us.
You sex maniac.
No, not again.
Nose man, it's Christian.
Come on, Little Bull. Let's take her for a ride. That'll teach him.
Christian, seduced by one, hitched by another, can take pride in the faithfulness of his mechanical mistress, Gladys, the one who refuses to move for Little Bull unless he uses muscle.
It's a great honor to have you here, Little Bull. How about a nice cup of tea? Coffee? A cool drink? How about a beer? How about a nice glass of milk?
A good story, ruined by a bunch of hicks. And as for
I
you...
still think there's something here we can use of Willie's shots.
Those are happy snaps, man. Pretty pics taken by an amateur hick with an Instamatic. Tear them up.
As you say, Sam. You're the boss.
Sam Hatwell?
Willie, sir.
Who?
Willie Smith. The photo man.
Willie.
Cool. I've got a very good story for you, sir. Little Bull is here with Susan and Gladys.
Gladys? Who's she?
He forced her here by sheer brute strength.
Is that so? Is she over 16?
I don't know how old she is, but he's going to work on her all night.
Wowee. Is that what he said?
Are you there?
The morning after a night before always comes too early. It is the best of times, it is the worst of times.
I'm worried sick, George. Susan's never been out all night before.
Maybe they've gone for a walk.
I never did trust those Buchanans, especially now that a bit of fame has got to them. And where is Little Bull, I'd like to know?
What could have happened to him? Little Bull knows what's expected of him. Well, the difference is the lad. Where was he last night? The whole town's here.
Fraser, isn't. And we trusted him, eh? We trusted him completely. I mean, you mustn't think the green and gold is an excuse to go and go.
We understand, Mama. But he wouldn't. He's a Springbok.
Yes, but he's a man.
What does the fellow think he's up to? He's not even overseas yet. Does anyone know for certain what has happened?
Who would dare let such evil pass their lips?
But how can anyone automatically
Here she is.
assume...
Spot on. The psst waits for no man, not even if he's a Springbok. The psst, psst, psst.
public service transport system. Psst. Oh.
The ember takes flame, the grass smokes, the changing wind fans it into fire and blows it into all directions.
Hotel is the temptation of the devil.
It's hard to believe this.
Well, I mean, he is, after all, a man. I mean, a national hero. And after all work and no play makes...
But what do they think they're doing? I mean, this is Sandvlei, not Johannesburg.
Oh, it's all her fault. Beauty, no character.
That's right,
Oh,
mate.
Losman.
Public service transport system may bypass Sandvlei in future, but the bus will depart on time. It waits for no man.
Church service mustn't be delayed either.
Go to the bus. You're not a success, man. You took what you wanted, despite what this stupid town may think. You did what you wanted, like a man, an individual. It is an honor for me to have painted this rugby ball with Sandvlei high on it. Take it with my respect and admiration, little bull. That's what you are. I'm bull. You're all wrong. It's not true. You're all wrong. Little bird, you're all wrong.
So are the mighty brought crashing into mortal dust.
Alas, what a fall was there.
When a hero becomes a mere human, people become mere people. Ah, shame.
Come. We must go to the church service. Sunday. We're Christians. We mustn't be late. Come along.
What do you mean the newspapermen left in the night? I've got these photographs for them. Terrific shots of Bull and Gladys.
Gladys, the mystery lady of the night. Hey, let's have a look.
What are you talking about?
Without truth, there can be no just dealing. And if we are to deal justly with each other, then surely we must seek the truth. But truth is based on fact, not on scurrilous gossip. Facts decide the truth, not what people say.
It's not true, it's lies. Sam Hatwell cooked it all up. Hey? I stupidly told him that little Bull and Susan were at the motel. Well, Gladys had broken down.
How is it? Who's
Gladys? Christian's car. You all know that? No mysterious dark lady of the night. Gladys the car. Well, anyway, Bull and Susan stayed at the motel, and Bull and Mr. Manley worked on her all night.
I got photos of it. Here they are. It's a biosonic flash at F16. I printed them all night so I could get them to Sam this morning because he told me that I was going to become an international press photographer. If I told him everything about Bull, that's why I told him. I just dashed off, leaving Bull and them early in the morning so I could get his pictures printed. And then when I got to the hotel, Sam and those were already gone.